Welcome back to BVarsity Live.
Got a little quiet in here.
What were you saying there, Trevor?
Earlier, it's funny because we've got this big window out in front of us here on campus at Bakersfield Christian, and there was a kid that walked by, and I swear it was like a low V-neck, and I don't know what he had on underneath it.
Noah Rice. Nothing.
Yeah.
He had nothing.
Nothing else underneath, but it was the most fabulous, like, cardigan Christmas sweater,
ugly
sweater ever. Yeah. So congratulations to Noah. That was incredible. Because you got to have a lot of guts to be able to wear something like that in public.
You just have to be very secure in who you are and in your image, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, we're back at Bakersfield Christian. The state championship game is in 2 days. The busiest guy, I don't know if it's head coach Darren Carr or athletic director Blake Vanderschaft, who has to set up all the extra bleachers and get everybody in here, all the arrangements. Blake, what has this week been like for you once you found out, hey, we're hosting this thing?
It's been hectic, but you know what? When you're able to, was the first time since 1924 you can host a state championship game in a community like this. I mean, it's been hectic, but it's well worth it.
I mean, think about that, guys. That game was played at the fairgrounds in front of 12,000 people.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys get it at home, and obviously the numbers are skewed because nobody could host a state championship for 84 years. But Darren, for you and
hey, did anybody live stream that game?
I think the trophy was about the size of your phone.
You're probably right.
But Darren, when you think about that, and you guys have that ability to do it, and you are a part of this after playing for, and winning a state championship 3 years ago at BHS as a D-line coach, are you kind of grasping this whole moment for yourself and for your program and the school and the community and the city?
No, I really am, man, and I think it helped that we went so far that we did in 2013. I had the feel we traveled. We went up to Carson City. We played a game there, and it was a good experience, man. It was super important to go through that. God puts you in certain situations. He knows where you're going to be in later years in your life, and it's really paying off, man. And we do know what it's like, man. It's nice. It's nice to have a home game. You don't really have that all the time in a state championship quite atmosphere, and we don't take it for granted, man.
Your brother is going to play Sunday. Is he going to show up?
I have not got confirmation on that yet.
That seems.
He's trying to win a playoff game right now, I think.
Yeah. If it was Friday, maybe, and then playing Sunday, San Diego Saturday night makes it a little tough.
Friday would be good, yeah.
That's
all right.
Yeah.
Will there be a hype video?
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. I'm sure there'll be something,
Yeah.
Blake, for you, this has been a very busy. I mean, the girls volleyball team won a section title.
They already have the banners up, by the way.
Yeah.
That's impressive how quickly those went
out. Girls
cross
country, girls tennis, football, volleyball.
Yeah, I mean, we had 3 of your student athletes into our studio yesterday for our all-area photo shoot. That would be Maddie Daniel, Liberty Roach, Delaney Roach. Those all-area will be unveiled the week after Christmas, starting on Wednesday with the all-league. And then we'll go into tennis and golf and volleyball, cross-country. And then what am I missing here, Zach? No, that's it.
That's it. And then football will be in January.
And then football will be in January.
No water polo?
2 teams in town. Sorry, bud.
We should get them all then.
But when you look at it in the scope of what you guys can do here with the small school, and what did you say, 85% of your students are student athletes here?
74 play at least one sport.
That's incredible. Yeah. Is that the type of parents that you have? Is that the community that you guys have set here at BCHS from yourself and the administration that's over you to get to this point?
I think it's a combination of everything. I think it's we have great people that work here. We got great people, good teachers, office staff, administration. I mean, you're seeing it for this game Saturday. I mean, a lot of these people, as you go to campus services, they're doing their normal job, and now you have to times that by 3 or 4. And to pull this game off for Saturday has been a lot of work, especially during the holidays. And finals coming up next week. It's a combination of everything. We just got good people here. We got good teachers, good kids.
But I'm guessing there isn't a single person that's working on Saturday that's complaining about a single minute of that.
No,
because of the environment that it's going to be Saturday night.
No, they're really looking for. People coming out of the woodwork to want to help and just do whatever they can to make this the best atmosphere as we can.
Darren, for you as a head coach, how easy of a transition has this been because of the administration here at Bakersfield Christian?
Yeah, tons of support, man. Obviously, like Blake, there's not a day that goes by I don't talk to Blake. We're not talking about something, whatever. And he was great. My first year, man, it was great, because it's a whirlwind, man. You just want to coach football, but that's not the case, man. It's not. I watched Paul, man, and you see him kind of struggle with things and this and that and how he deals with it, And it was great to have an athletic director that would come in your office, sit down, and just talk, And it was really meant a lot, man. It's paid dividends, man.
What's been the biggest curveball or difficulty as far as hosting the game, Blake? Has there been something that surprised you as far as this has been a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be?
Well, to tell you the truth, I think the state took our community lightly. I mean, we got 2,000 pre-sold tickets. We sold those in 2 hours.
2,000?
Yeah. I mean, our adult tickets were gone in 2 hours, and I've been talking to the CIF and saying, that this community is going to come to this game. This is going to be a big game.
Mm-hmm.
And I
but
think
you guys do have a lot of availability for standing.
Yeah, we got room. We're selling tickets at 4 o'clock. We're still the day of the game, but it's just people realizing how big this is. I mean, and again,
and you don't have a big stadium.
No, and we tried to. BC was our first option, and obviously the Condors there. That didn't work out.
You guys didn't want to play on ice?
Play where they want us to, man.
I mean, but after that, I mean, why not host it at our place? I think we got a beautiful campus, beautiful stadium, and our people here I can't say enough about how hard they've been working, and they've taken it great. It's just great.
And I think it does kind of lend another layer of how special it is that it's on your own campus. And maybe you have to turn 1,000 people away or whatever it might be on Saturday night, but it is going to be packed, and it is going to be – because at BC, look, it would have been great. Everybody who wanted to go could go, but you're still not going to get 20,000. So, it still doesn't quite feel the same as when you've got a packed house. Have you talked about that, Darren, with the kids? I mean, knowing that it's going to be a little bit different. Obviously, you've had big games here, but maybe not quite like this.
Well, it's staying in the moment, man. It's not making the moment too big. We talked about it last night, and we just flat out told them. I mean, I think the mistake you make is like when you don't talk about things, and we bring it up. We'll show you pictures. We'll do whatever, And we told them, like, just do your job. Flat out do your job. Don't worry about what's going on around you. I mean, because it was pretty hectic here in Tulare Western. I mean, they brought their fans. They brought speakers. I had to use a whistle for the first time in pregame, which is ridiculous, man. I mean, it was crazy. Just blaring their music, man. And, I mean, it's not going to be any different. I mean, I think that was probably a blessing in disguise, man. Yep. Kids. And we brought them in there, too, man. They were focused. We came out fast and finished strong, and I don't see any different here.
Darren, for you, you got a lot of friends in the coaching community here in town. Yeah. How's the reception been from – I mean, obviously, I know that Johnny Moran was here yesterday hanging out with you guys, but how has the community and the coaching community been for you and receptive to you being in this moment and representing the city? Yeah,
it's been great, man. I mean, you had me and Paul on the other day. We got a chance to talk to each other and this and that, and extremely proud of him, extremely proud of me, man. It means the world to me. He's coaching mentor for me, and I had Coach Nixon text me the last 3 weeks just telling me congratulations. Love that guy. I mean, honestly, if he's not going to my school, then I would ask your kids to go there. You know what I mean? He's just that type of guy. It's just not football with that guy. It's life. Yeah. So him and man, and just college coaches too, man. Like just out of nowhere, UC Davis and Colorado State guys text me just congratulate the coaches, and it's been great. And just the assistant coaches at BHS, man. And I believe they're all coming. Yeah. So it's been great.
Has this grown faster than you thought it would? And what I mean by that is this your second year. You knew you wanted to be a head coach at some point. Sure. You weren't sure if this was the right opportunity. You take the job. Yeah. You get your brother and your dad on board. And now here we are less than 2 years later, you're playing for a state title. I mean, could you have ever imagined that it would move quite that quickly?
No, it's great. If I can get spiritual on you for a second. I had Mike Foy ask me on the way back from Selma. He goes, Coach, do you think you'd be in this situation a couple years ago? I said, Mike, I had no idea. I said, my plan was to do this and this and this and stay here and do all this stuff, and I thought that was a great plan, and I was like, I wouldn't have dreamt this in a million years, man. But at the same time, man, it's great, it's awesome, but I'm also not stupid to think it's just going to be year after year after year after year after year. We would love it to be, absolutely. We're going to coach like that, but we take these moments and we love them. We're gonna soak it all in, man, and when the dust clears on Saturday, man, we'll see where God puts us, man, but we're just enjoying it right now.
Well, and that's the great thing about things that you just don't know how they come up or when they come up. Like for me, and I'll do this really quickly. 2.5 years ago, I was living in Sacramento, my hometown, and I was a half mile from the house that I grew up in.
Sure.
But I was a freelancer, and money was struggling a little bit, and then I found out that he moved in the sports editor position. I applied for this job.
Yep.
6 months later, I meet the woman that I end up marrying here in Bakersfield. Hey. And that's the thing is you never know how things, and that's the thing too, is coming into this community, meeting gentlemen like the two of you and the kids that you guys have. That's, I think, the nicest thing about Bakersfield is as you talk about all the other coaches that are calling you. I think that's the one thing that's special, and you talk about the community too, Blake. It's how special this community in Kern County is.
Trevor, just off of that, man, and I think it's important. You have to struggle to get to where God wants you to be. You do. There's going to be a struggle. There's going to be something there. My last dinner I had was a sourdough on toast. That's what I had. I mean, I had $20 in my bank account until this guy gave me a call and said, "Hey, would you like to come in for an interview?" I was jazzed out of my mind.
Darren, I was buying food at the dollar store.
Yeah, I'm
just trying to get by.
Yeah.
Yep.
How has David taken to it? Because when you called him, he wasn't sure he was done with the NFL.
Yeah.
Do you think he's surprised at how much he likes doing this?
Yeah, you could tell, man. I've known him his whole life, man. But I knew he would enjoy it. It was a different situation for him. Coaching wise, he's played in Super Bowls. He's been in the playoff games.
Right.
He's been everywhere.
Sure.
You name it. He's met everybody, man. But there's just something about high school football, man. There is. It's getting 14 to 16, 17-year-old kids to buy into what you're teaching. I think he's having a ball. It was a little bit of a whirlwind, I think, his first year. Mine too. But now you kind of settle in, and now you don't have to coach as much. The little things, man. You can start in the middle and work your way down.
Blake, we got a couple more minutes with you guys. I want you to take this time, talk about this, gentlemen. When you think about David was a first-round draft pick, his brother is an MVP candidate, but he's the one coaching you guys for a state championship right now. Talk to me about him.
I'm really happy for him. People see the cars and they think a certain way, but these guys are legit men of God. What you see is what you get with Darren. I mean, the kids, the way he's transformed this program as far as spiritually in the classroom, just as men overall. I mean, it's been unbelievable, and that's the bar. Unfortunately now he's set this bar so high that every year you're going to say, well, it's state championship or bust. But
why not?
It's not. We're winning. God's blessing what he's doing. I mean, he's teaching the kids the right way, and this is kind of what happens. You see this kind of things. But since he stepped foot on campus, it's been amazing with our football program, and overall on campus, not just the football team.
Do I have it on record then that you
and-
expect a state championship next year?
I expect it, man. So you don't have to worry about it.
He set a high bar.
Congratulations to both of you for everything
Appreciate
you guys
it,
have
man.
been able to accomplish.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks,
for
guys.
having us.
Hey, we'll be back. We're going to. It's really too bad we lost the crowd because we're going to do predictions
man.
next.
No, we're
School's
bringing
out.
it back for
School's out, man.
predictions,
Yeah.
right, Blake?
And
We'll find them.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
we'll find some people. We're also going to talk to Camp Alindo's head coach and do some predictions on our last segment here on BVarsity Live right after this.
Thanks, gentlemen.